All right, as we continue along here on a Thursday edition of GCR, I want to talk about something a little bit different. As in obviously it was a big weekend in golf with the Masters, but locally, a big story in the golf world as Baltimore County Golf won the Public Golf Leader Award from the NGCOA Mid Atlantic. And joining us now, he is the Director of Golf Operations. He is Joe Rahnis from Baltimore County Golf, and he is with us now here on GCR. Joe, it's Glenn. It's great to chat with you. Thank you for taking the time for us.
Hey, Glenn, how are you? Good morning to you.
Everything is good, man. First of all, if it was funny, I had Forrester was in here yesterday, and he said they could still be playing right now for an 8th straight day at Augusta, and they would all still be chasing Scotty Scheffler at this point. Do you agree with that assessment?
He's unbelievable.
That's crazy, right?
He is really just such a talent. And the thing about Scotty is that he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and just a pleasure to watch.
It was kind of crazy watching everybody,
And humble, right?
No, there's so much to like about the guy, but Drew's comparison was like watching it on Sunday. It was like watching, and I'm not trying to make Scotty Scheffler Tiger Woods because my God, like let's not do that, right? But it was almost
We're not
like
going there.
right. It was almost like watching the way that guys crumbled around Tiger Woods, right? Like
Yes.
in his
Yes.
prime, you get to a Sunday and he would just be steady, and everybody else would almost seemingly panic in the moment because they were up against Tiger Woods. That's kind of what it felt like watching that final round on Sunday.
Well, you're right. When Scotty was on the eighth hole and we're looking at the leaderboard, we're thinking this is going to be an unbelievable finish. And then 4 holes later, he had a 3-shot lead. And in your mind, it's over, right?
Yeah, correct.
Let's go do something else. We don't need to watch the last 5 holes.
Time to go mow the lawn. 100%.
That's right. That's right.
All right, Joe, let's talk about this because I don't know what the Public Golf Leader Award is and why it matters, but I understand it's a big deal, and I'm going to let you explain to me exactly what it is and why it means so much to everybody with Baltimore County Golf.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing is, first and foremost, we didn't apply for this. There was no form we filled out. It wasn't something we were seeking. We got a phone call from David Norman, who's the head of the National Golf Course Owners Association, which is a very big golf organization and does a lot for both private, resort, and public facilities. And he called me to let me know that we were nominated and that their board voted. And at the end of it, they decided that the 5 golf courses and the training center that we've been running for years was worthy and deserving of their Public Golf Leader Award, which means that they thought that we were on the forefront of making sure that conditions and experience and keeping price points competitive and affordable. They just felt like we did all of that very well. And then, of course, I'm sure there were a lot of things like online reputations and different interviews with people who have played our facilities led to their decision. And at the end of it, it was just it was great news to give to our board and to our head professionals and our superintendents. And it was something that we're very proud of. And we don't work for awards. We work to make great experiences. That's always been our mission at Baltimore County Golf. And the awards, I think, are just a result of when you do things right.
We're chatting with Joe Rahnis here on GCR. Joe, I still feel like there might be people that would say, okay, but what is Baltimore County Golf, right? Like, define that for me a little bit more. So let's go back a second before we move forward again.
Absolutely. So Baltimore County Golf is comprised of 5 golf courses: Rocky Point, Fox Hollow, Diamond Ridge, and then what we call our 2 premier courses, the Woodlands and Greystone Golf Course.
Yeah.
And then we also have a top 50 driving range at Fox Hollow. It's our Fox Hollow Training Center where we do all of our fittings, our demo days. Most of our club sales come out of that particular facility. And then we also have a restaurant we opened up in Greystone. So there's a lot of different moving parts with Baltimore County Golf. And we're not just for golfers. We're not just for, experienced golfers. We have Get Golf Ready classes. We have all sorts of different clinics. We have places for non-golfers to come and eat. It's kind of our mission has always been to, again, provide great golf experiences or experiences at a golf course at affordable rates and make sure that the enjoyment factor is very high. No different than up at Greystone. If you go up there one day, you can see you can tell who the golfers are and who the non-golfers are just by the way generally they're dressed. The golfers are having a great time. The non-golfers are having a great time. We have sports on TV, a beautiful bar. The vista Greystone. It's just a short ride up 83. It's a very nice place. But that's kind of who we are. We do a lot of different things, and each facility has its own niche, depending upon what you're looking for.
So it does feel like it's that time of the year, right? Like it's warming up and everybody's starting to realize, like, hey, I wouldn't mind going for a nice stroll today. Walk me through, because, Joe, admittedly, and I've been through this a million times, I am a terrible golfer. I am an awful, awful golfer. Walk me through every layer of, for someone like me who maybe is saying, all right, I got to be better if I'm going to go out with some clients. I at least have to be able to not embarrass myself. And then maybe for folks that are at advanced levels, as the weather is warming up and as it's getting back to time, if you don't have like a traditional golf home right now, what all might be available for golfers of different levels to consider Baltimore County golf courses as their new golf home?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. The Masters is kind of the unofficial start of the golf season
Right?
here in Maryland. Not that we don't play all year, but that's really where, if you put your clubs away in October, you're trying to find them and dust them off after the Masters is over because you want to go play. And you're right. No matter what your experience level is with the game of golf, we have a spot for you. If you're a true beginner but you're ready to kind of take on the golf course, Fox Hollow is a really fun. I'm not going to say it's easy because no golf course is easy, but it's the easiest one we have. And what I mean by easy is that you can hit some stray shots, but still have some access to the greens. It's not super tree lined. It's not incredibly undulated. The greens aren't real fast. There's not fairway bunkers everywhere. So it's a really nice starter course for golfers who are really just getting into the game. Or if you want to walk the golf course at the times that we allow that, it's the easiest course we have to walk. And then as your game gets better, you can go try Rocky Point and Diamond Ridge, which from a competition level, it's a little harder, right? Longer golf shots, dog legs, more bunkering. Rocky Point, you have the wind factor because it's on the water, but beautiful views. Diamond Ridge is a lot more undulated than Rocky Point and Fox Hollow. And then, of course, if you really want to step up and play what we call our championship courses or our premieres, the Woodlands over in Windsor Mill.
Yep.
Was designed by Lindsay Irvin, and it's a fantastic test of golf with a ton of undulation, fairway bunkers, 5 sets of tee markers, so you can stretch it all the way back to 7,000 yards if you want to. I don't do that, but some people like to do that. And then, of course, Greystone is really our signature course, and it was supposed to be a private club back in the early 90s, was bought by Baltimore County, transferred to the Baltimore County Revenue Authority, which is us, and we manage the courses for Baltimore County. And Greystone is an elite public club. It's one that is beautiful. It's a great test of golf, and it's really a destination. A lot of our golfers that aren't pass holders there, they might play it several times a year. It's a great place to go on Father's Day. We're sold out immediately because it's that if you're going to play it once a year, generally it's going to be on a special occasion, or it's going to be that one time you want to go out and play. So those are kind of the golf courses and the way that they play for different caliber golfers. If you're an entry level golfer trying to get into the game, we have 15 PGA and LPGA instructors at all of our facilities. And if you go to our website at baltimoregolfing.com and click the instruction tab, you can see the profile of all of our instructors, all of their rates. Some of them have their availability and how to get a hold of them to book your lesson. Fox Hollow Training Center is where we do the bulk of our lessons. It's where we have our TrackMan technology. We still have the Flight Scope technology. We have a teaching tee. We have 60 mats, 40 of them covered. All of the latest equipment. We have demo days there, 3 practice greens. So that's where we do a lot of our junior camps, our Get Golf Ready camps, beginner camps. We have 2 camps that we just put online that you can sign up for right now, and it's if you're afraid and you've never tried before, this is a great clinic for you. And we try to cater it to everybody, trying to get golfers of all calibers to come in and at least try this sport. It's a wonderful sport. It's the only one that really you can play into your 80s and 90s. And we have a lot of league members and pass holders that are that age, and they're still having a great time. And it's keeping them young and fit. And it's their exercise and it's their social program, right? Because you get out and you get to see your buddies and you get to see other people. And it's just, that's really what our motto is. It's let's figure out anybody that wants to try golf and give them a path into it. and we have all sorts of access to the game of golf through our facilities.
And then before I let you go, Joe, just like anything new this year, anything that's upgraded that, for folks that have played the courses before, that they're going to come back and they're going to experience, and it's going to be a little bit different than maybe the last time they were there.
Yeah, I mean, as always, there's always work being done on the golf course as you go into the off season. We're always trying to make the golf course as safe as possible, which means you're taking out, trees that are dead or have fallen, and you're cleaning up the facilities. The biggest thing over the last 2 years that we've gotten the best feedback is when we bought our new golf carts, we included the GPS technology on those golf carts. And what that does, it does several things. For the golfer, it allows them to understand where they can go on the golf course because it's all geofenced. And it also gives them exact yardages to different hazard spots, to the flag stick. So from a strategic standpoint, it's almost like having a caddy for the golfer. For the golf course, what it does is it allows us to keep people safe by geofencing areas we don't want the golf carts to get into. And then the overall pace of play has improved drastically since we've put that in play because golfers know if they're on time or if they're a little behind. And generally, if you know you're behind, you're going to do everything you can to catch up. And our average paces last year, depending on the course, were anywhere between 4 hours and 12 minutes and 4 hours and 28 minutes, depending on which course. Fox Hollow had the best pace at 4 hours and 12 minutes, and that's on average. And then Greystone was at 4 hours and 28 minutes on average. So those are really nice pace times. You can get your round in. It can be enjoyable, and then you can have some time to maybe go to the grill and have some wings and some drinks and whatnot before you head out.
Awesome. Joe, where can people find out more about what's going on with Baltimore County Golf?
Yeah, if you go to www.baltimoregolfing.com, that's our full website. On that website, you can also find our social media outlets, Facebook and Instagram. And X, and then you also have our online store. You can book a tee time on that site, and you can also purchase your passes, which allow you access to the courses. And then all of the information on every program we have is on that. And then, of course, you can always reach out to our head golf professionals or myself. We'd be more than happy to pick up the phone and walk you through different things or just talk golf.
BaltimoreGolfing.com, again, is the website. Joe, congratulations to you and your team on winning the Public Golf Leader Award. That is truly remarkable. And you would have your work cut out for me, but I'm not giving up and saying never. Who knows? It might be the time for me to try to finally commit to improving my game this year. It's just, it is. Charles Barkley laughs. All right, Joe. Joe Rahnis, really appreciate you, man. Thank you for spending the time with us this morning.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too. Joe Rahnis with us here from Baltimore County Golf.